there's something I learned new, which I clearly wasn't aware of. Rivals Week. There's a Rivals Week. I don't think that was ever it's formally announced that way. Maybe it's something new. I don't know. But that's the week of January 21st. And it seems like they started off with your favorite, Nixon and Brooklyn. It's the Battle of New York. Battle of the Boroughs. that's the face I was looking for.
Hold on a second. Pause. Time out.
Mm-hmm.
Can you even name 3 players on Brooklyn?
Hello and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Think RBA podcast. I'm your host, Mr. OK, Okida, and my brother, their other host, Mr. Chico. Hey, yo.
Hey, yo.
Sir, how you doing, brother?
Man, I'm just here so I don't get fined. But we're not talking about football today. I know.
No football today, but there was another one we did with football, some Falcons news. You guys are welcome to go tune in on that. Some updates, some highlights, some movements.
Life highlights.
Life highlights. But what we're here to talk about today is the NBA, man. The NBA released their schedule, and that's a very exciting time. It's like opening a Christmas gift. It's like Christmas comes early. It's like, you always wonder, can the NBA do it again? Year after year, can they really outdo themselves or keep that same trajectory of marquee games, matchups, storylines? It's almost like a little essence of WWE. But
I mean, I think with so many games, it's hard not to, right? Like, it's hard not to have the storylines because every team, that's one of the big differences in football is every team doesn't play each other in football. In basketball, every single team is going to play another team at least twice. So, how can you not have storylines?
No, I agree, 100%. And also, more teams, more players. Well, I don't know if it's more players, but there's definitely more teams, more storylines. And it's just a whole lot of drama, I feel like, that has been brewing between certain players and certain teams because of rivalries and so forth, which is what we love as fans.
Well, the first thing that I did, right? I went and I looked to see when Atlanta was coming to DC. And I believe it's Saturday, that one of them is in the middle of the week. Can't do it because D's in school. But I think the other one is Saturday, I'll just say February 5th to throw it out there. I don't know the exact date. So, we're going to that game.
Of course. Now, I can't promise it'll be a good game, but it's a game.
Well, it is the Wizards, so.
Right, that's what I meant. And also, DeJounte's gone.
Yeah.
Now it's just Trey. So the tickets might be cheap, man. Really cheap. You might get floor seats. They might pay you to come.
No, of course. So what was crazy was Ticketmaster was already in pre-sale mode at first. I had to wait another day. And then, floor side's still $1,300. I'm like, that's crazy. I'm not paying $1,300 to watch.
To go watch who? Kyle Kuzma,
the Wizards.
Poole.
Yeah, no. I mean,
13. When you said 1,300, is there a currency conversion rate that we're talking about?
No, it is straight cash, homie.
Straight dollars, right? Okay. I thought maybe you meant I don't know, some other currency that's weaker than the dollar. But no, I am not spending $1,300 to go watch that game ever.
Absolutely not. Yeah.
So the NBA is officially kicking off October 22nd, and a lot of great games, man. That first day, that first week, opening week it's like the box office hit. Let's go, right? It's one of those type of deals. Because you're always wondering, because of some movements that have happened in the offseason, players moving to new play, how is that going to work? But before I get to even that, is there something that you are specifically looking forward to? Not games, more so events. Is there anything in mind for you?
So, obviously, I already said one, right? Hawks coming to DC.
Yes.
I think I'm interested to see year 2 of the play-in, to be honest with you. I saw that the groups came out, and I like the groups this year. So I'm really interested to see if that play-in continues to be valuable because we had a lot of fun with it last year. So
that's what I was about to say, man. I'm looking forward to that play-in. I think it's the NBA Cup, right? From what usually happens in November or mid-November, that whole NCAA style, bracket style, right? I'm so looking forward to that. That was one of my most favorite things to watch last year. even though your boy Tyrese made it to the finals, the Pacers made it.
Got
So,
all the hype for no reason.
ooh, no reason. Man, this guy was on the dream on this new Olympic team, man.
So was Derek White.
Wow. Wow. Okay.
So was
Okay.
Jason Tatum, and he didn't play.
I'm not going to get into that. That's another conversation. I think we also may have discussed that in another episode. But reeling back, is there any specific game during that first week or games that you are like ready to, pull out the popcorn, get D down and say, "Oh, I got to watch these, man." And needless to say, I got to take my job here. I didn't see Atlanta in any of these these games.
Nope. We're not doing it. Look, Atlanta's got such disrespect. Like, we have 3 national TV games, like, the whole season.
That's wow.
That's fine. That's cool. Wow. You know what?
Oh, can I tell you what when you said that about the national TV games, a coach came out and voiced a very strong opinion about that whole concept. And I want to read the quote to you, and then I'll let you guess who this coach is. The number of national games for both Los Angeles Lakers and Golden State Warriors will be higher than their win totals. Orlando deserves more games. Sounds like a
coach said that?
Yeah.
An active coach right now?
No, a former coach.
A former coach. So they're a coach turned analyst?
Not so much. Not analyst. But this coach is known for his...
what's his name from the Nuggets? He's always talking.
Correct.
What's his name?
Correct.
George Karl.
Yep.
Yeah, he's always talking, man. He talks so much shit.
That man's hating on he's a Laker hater.
I mean, I can't say he's not entirely wrong.
Gave him L's. True. But he's always talking.
He is. So
I just wanted to read that.
So you said opening week.
Yes.
No, not really, to be honest with you. But
wow.
I think a lot of people are. I think in October I'm still so ingrained with football. Like, I'm really not thinking about basketball till Christmas, really. And except for now the cup. Like, the cup is the one thing, but like in October I'm still coaching football. I'm watching football. Like, I'm not really thinking about basketball. But I think a lot of people are focused on the Knicks game. Like, that's the first game of the season.
The Knicks Celtics?
Knicks Celtics. And hyping that one up, the Knicks are still going to be the Knicks until they do something to me. So I would say if I were going to sit down and watch any games, I would pick on October 24th, OKC at Denver. I want to see if that OKC team is for real or was last season just a flash in the pan. And what better way than to go play Jokic in the Nuggets. So I would want to see that game potentially. And then on October 25th, just for GP, I want Suns Lakers, just for the drama and the storylines there. But I also think that'd be a relatively good game. So if I were going to sit down and watch 2 games, it probably would be those.
Okay. I have 3 games. I love watching Ant-Man. So Ant versus Braun, I just want to see that. That's just entertaining to me. Second game I would really want to watch. So I want to watch Wemby versus Luka. Kind of want to see that matchup and see what it has. Wemby gotten even better because man, like, this guy is ridiculous. Even in the World Games, he was doing some unbelievable things. So I just want to come see him do his thing, and then really, like, is he for real? For real? First year was good. Did he get better? Even better? Because I heard he's been working with Jamal Crawford on his handles. Now imagine that guy with Jamal Crawford handles. That's insane. It's just unreal.
We saw him in the Olympics. Like, it's ridiculous.
Right. And the other game that you said, well, there's another game, like the OKC one, Nuggets, yes, but I want to see the Suns versus Lakers game for the primary purpose because I know that both LeBron and Kevin Durant now have a limited number of games against each other. And I want to watch as much of that as possible because that eventually in a very short few years or maybe a couple of years may never happen again. Right. So hopefully they stay healthy to go have that game.
Yeah, no,
That's
that's kind of one of the reasons why I would want to watch it. It's just kind of that's why I said like just for GP, like I want to see
yeah,
Suns Lakers and KD versus Braun and
right,
Devin Booker and AD. Plus, it's early on. I want to see how these teams measure up to each other as well.
right. Absolutely, absolutely. Awesome. Any other? Is that it for the first opening week? The rest you're gonna just skip
So
by?
I got
All right, bet. So let's do Christmas Day games. Any games that you have to sit down and watch?
so I looked at the Christmas Day slate of games. Now, first of all, this is going up against football now.
Correct.
Now, and on Christmas night is I think the Chiefs versus Steelers, which I believe could has the potential to be an interesting game, unless it gets flexed. Hopefully not. But I mean,
And
to
in
be
your
honest with
household,
you,
that's a really important game.
right? Exactly. But to be honest with you, I would sit down and watch all of them except for San Antonio versus the Knicks.
Oh wow. Okay.
Like
Interesting.
I was looking at the slate back to back Minnesota Dallas. Like yeah, I got my things against Dallas, but again, watching Ant and lead his squad against Luka and his squad, that's going to be a good
It's a
game. I
rematch.
think Philly Boston is always good. Lakers Dubs
Especially
is
now
good.
that Philly's got PG.
Right. Well, yeah. I mean that'll add to the drama, of course. Lakers Dubs and Denver Phoenix. I mean, like it's a hell of a
Right.
slate of games. NBA cooked something up well in
They did.
that block.
And my primary purpose for the Laker Dubs game is again same story. Like LeBron versus Steph is not gonna. It's gonna stop at some point, right?
Right.
And that's gonna end. And I want to watch as much as possible before that comes to a close. And then you're only going to be
Right.
watching it on rewinds and highlights and whatnot. I'm actually very interested to watch the Timberwolves Mavs game just because it's a rematch from last year. I see he has
Yep.
he still got that chip. Like, nah, they gave me an L. I got to get him back. So I got to watch that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, as much as I'm a Luka fan, like I love watching Pam play. So, all right. So Christmas
He's
is
the future.
we got a nice healthy. Correct. He is the future. And there's something I learned new, which I clearly wasn't aware of. Rivals Week. There's a Rivals Week. I don't think that was ever it's formally announced that way. Maybe it's something new. I don't know. But that's the week of January 21st. And it seems like they started off with your favorite, Knicks and Brooklyn. It's the Battle of New York. Battle of the Boroughs. that's the face I was looking for.
Hold on a second. Pause. Time out.
Mm-hmm.
Can you even name 3 players on Brooklyn?
The one I could name is no longer on Brooklyn.
He's on the Knicks.
No, Cam Thomas. I can name Cam Thomas on Brooklyn.
Like nobody outside of the Knicks and Nets fans care about this game. Sorry.
Wow.
They don't.
Okay. So
there's no casual that cares about this game.
Wow. Is there a game then that week that you are interested in sitting down and watch?
So I have several actually, but I don't want to give
several.
Yeah, I don't want to give all of them at once. So I'm going to give you one to start off with. January 21st, Philadelphia.
Okay. Oh, I already know.
At Denver.
Yeah.
I just want to see if Embiid will finally not duck the challenge. Because seemingly every time they're supposed to play, he's out. He's been ducking Jokic for a while. I want to see him not duck.
Are you saying he's a professional ducker? Or convenient ducker?
All I'm saying is every time they play, he's not on the floor.
That's a valid point.
If this is Rivals Week, 2 guys that are always battling in the MVP race, I want to see him go head to head.
100%.
So stop ducking the challenge and play.
And go face each other, right? Or face him at least. Well, they did. I guess face each other in the World Games. I
don't care. No.
And
I need to see it in the NBA. I want to see it in an NBA game.
Okay. All right. Well, I was just saying we did get to see the matchup though. Serbia, US, and Embiid was handling his business. So you kind of want to see that. But you want to see that in the NBA. I agree because I feel like I want to see it in the NBA when you know that you don't have a dream team behind you to cover up, right? That everything falls on you as the primary franchise player. So I agree 100%. That is a game I want to see.
Is he the franchise player over Paul George?
I don't know. That's a great question. We'll find out. We shall find out. But again, another thing to note, for all these games after opening week, we are assuming players will stay healthy and will be on the floor. So
And
we
not
may
load
have a
managing.
similar situation where Embiid is conveniently not available. But again, we shall see when that time comes. A game I'm interested in watching is, again, it's the same rematch again, man. I just can't get enough of these two teams playing each other, which is the Timberwolves and Mavs. That's the next day, the first game.
Okay.
Another game I think is going to be a great game. What's your next one?
Mine is the next day, January 23rd, Miami and Milwaukee.
Oh, wow,
Yeah.
really?
Yeah, because
who are you so interested in Miami, though?
It's that tough. It's like two tough defensive-minded teams going at each other. So you got Jimmy, you got Dame, you got Bam, you got Giannis. Like I'm ready to see them go to work and go at each other.
Okay. I thought you were going to keep going and say you got Hero and.
I mean, yeah, you got Hero and Chris Middleton and sure.
Okay. So I'm more interested in the game after that game. Celtics-Lakers. Classic rivalry, man. That's the Rivals Week rivalry, right? I want to watch that.
I just don't want to go with that because that's just too cliche for me.
Nah.
I'm color outside the lines.
That's a cliche I'm okay with. I'm okay with that cliche.
That's like
any other.
It's like picking. No, that's like picking Jordan 1 mids. Like, okay, I got it. Like, everybody picks the Jordan 1 mids.
Wait, are those the one that Pia said were not good?
No,
he said the high tops were good.
Oh, yeah, that's
the mids were not.
I'm sorry. Yeah, the mids are not good. Erase all of that. I'm not a sneaker guy. The Jordan 1s is the point, not the mids.
Got it. For the record, I don't own any Jordan 1s, but I got your point.
Yeah.
So, any game after that game?
So, after that, I actually have 3 back-to-back
I got you.
to back on the same day.
Yep.
I don't know. On January 25th, I don't know if I'm going to do anything else because you've got Denver at Minnesota.
Yep.
Which is another rematch for the playoffs.
Yep.
And they went hard at each other. Like, that was a great series.
That was Anthony Edwards coming out.
Right, exactly. And it's in Minnesota, too. So I want to see that. Then you've got rematch, Boston and Dallas.
Yes.
From the finals.
Yes.
And then, for the same reasons we talked about before, once again, Lakers at Golden State. I want to see Bron and Steph, hopefully, knock on wood. Everybody's healthy, everybody plays.
Right.
Because there's just not that many of them left.
Correct.
I really want to see them on the same team, but...
Well, we did. They were in the USA games together.
I know. So I want to see them in the same NBA team now after seeing that.
Okay. That would be special, man. That'd be special. So I have some other, I guess, schedule, but not more storyline based questions for you.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of get your thoughts on this. So there is actually a very specific moment I am waiting for, or I would like to see. I don't know if you are. This will be young Bronny's debut with his father on the court at the same time. And more specifically, Bron throws him a oop and he throws Bron a oop. How classic, like how beautiful would that? I think that would be amazing. One of the most beautiful sports moments ever.
Can I just say that it's really sickening to me how alike we are? Because in my other game section, I have Bronny's first game. Like that moment of he's been waiting to play with his son, and his son has finally made it and arrived, and they get to play that first game. I didn't go as far as the oop, but Bronny's first game is a moment that you want to be there to witness it. Like Kobe's last game. You want to be there to say, oh, I witnessed it.
Oh, you didn't watch the 73 record? No, I'm just joking. We all skipped that one for Kobe's last game. Yeah, no, that will be, yes, I want to watch the father-son duo, but then I want to watch them kind of like the chemistry between them, right? That's what makes it even more interesting is how do they play with each other?
Right.
So that's a special moment. Because I can tell you, like, when I play with my son, we play together, our chemistry is totally different.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't played a long time together, but the chemistry, it's like, I always thought, I was joking with him, it's like we're related. That's how the chemistry is.
Go figure.
I have another game I'm interested in seeing. Do you have any other games in your other section?
I do, but I'm actually kind of interested now to see what you got.
Sure. So the other game I'm interested in is LeBron's first game at 40 years old, which is going to be in Cleveland, coincidentally.
That's
Cleveland.
Crazy.
Right? Talk about WWE storylines.
Look, look, bro. Adam Silver was in there like cooking it up. Hey, he turns 40 on this date. Their next game has to be against Cleveland.
Absolutely.
Right?
What else?
He might go for what if he goes to try to break the 81?
Oh, with a triple double?
What if he does?
Bro, I mean, I don't know what to say to that. That'd just be insane.
What if it's that one game where he has no assists and he just goes for like 100 points and just goes nuts?
Is this the everybody passed the ball to him like Kobe's last game? He went for 50 attempts.
Right.
Okay. Hey man, I would love to see him create a new record of some kind during that game. That would be unprecedented. It'd be beautiful.
That'd be awesome.
So yeah, it's just the way like that played out. He's gonna be 40 and the game's in Cleveland.
That's I forgot about that one. That's amazing.
And go ahead, I'll give you a next one. Go ahead before I go.
So I just have a random game. Like I don't know why. I was scrolling down the schedule and just for some reason this one stood out at me and you're gonna laugh because you know how I feel about Dallas. But I'm still gonna pick it anyway. It is November 12th, Dallas at Golden State. Clay goes back for the first game at Golden State. And I don't know. I'm just like, I feel like that's going to be a interesting game. Like I'm interested to see how Golden State responds to him being on the other side because they were together for so long.
Correct.
And so
the coming home part.
But I don't know that it's going to be a positive coming home.
True. You don't know that. Correct.
Right. That's what I want to see.
Actually, it's a good point.
So it's kind of a random game. November 12th, though. I think I want to sit down and pencil that one in and watch it.
Okay. And similarly, I thought you would have said DeJounte Murray's return back to ATL.
I don't care about that.
I don't care about that.
Dude, he was with us for like a year and a half.
Okay. Well, there is another game that I'm more interested in watching, and that's Lakers and Clippers actually playing in their own stadium. So when Los Angeles visits the Intuit Dome, and I heard that's a crazy stadium.
Bro.
So I'm interested to see how that's going to play out.
I'm interested to see any game in that stadium. Right.
Correct.
I want to see any game because the things that they put in there, just set a new bar that I don't know how many people can surpass.
Correct. Because first it was when the Warriors had their new stadium, but then I heard this place just blows everything out of the water.
Oh, for sure.
So I'm really interested to see how Steve Ballmer spent his money.
Yeah.
The other games I'm really interested to watch are any game with Chet versus Wemby. I love watching that matchup. And I feel like both of them are the future. They're also part of that future. So any game with them two is going to be beautiful to watch. I'm also interested in watching any game with OKC versus the Mavs because they also had very bad blood when they were playing each other. So that's another one.
Now,
you already talked about the Clay game. What about when Paul George returns to the Clippers?
But Paul George didn't. It's not the same, right? Clay got drafted by the Dubs. He won championships with the Dubs. And now he's leaving. It's a latter part of his career. It's just different. Paul George wasn't drafted by the Clippers.
Okay.
He bounced around to a couple teams. He went to OKC first. It's just,
that's true.
And are the Clippers really his team?
True. There's one game actually, not a game, but one duo. I'm more interested in watching this duo than any other duo, just to see how they blend and also the growth that can potentially come out of this. Them two being together. Any guess?
Trae Young and Jalen Johnson.
Sure. No. This is Chris Paul and Wemby. I'm really interested to see everything Wemby can learn from an actual, a real point guard. Who is a super high IQ thinker can really help elevate Wemby's game from a mental aspect.
Who is that?
Chris Paul.
Who? I thought you said it was a point guard, a real point guard.
Chris Paul is a point guard. I think they call him a point guard.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding, Chris. I'm just joking. I'm just
Wow, Chris,
joking.
this is disrespect. That's ATL disrespect for you, man.
This is look. I got no beef with Chris Paul. You know, another moment that I'm looking forward to, but we don't know what it's going to be or if it's even ever going to happen. But I want it to happen. Is a men's versus women's 3-point contest in the All-Star game.
As the marquee event, though.
As the marquee event. Bring Dame, Steph, bring Caitlin, Sabrina, whoever. I'd have like 4 and 4 of each. 4 men, 4 women.
I'd rather them 4 go 4 rounds before I watch anybody else.
And I want them to go all 3 rounds too. But yeah, I think that would be so dope just to continue to interact the men's game with the women's game, know, grow 100%. That, raise the awareness. Plus, I really want to see Caitlin versus Steph.
Question. Which ball do they use?
They use the ball that they normally shoot with their routine.
Oh, so that's different, right? Because the men's ball is bigger than the women's ball.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're...
And last year, Sabrina shot with the men's ball.
I know, she did well, so don't get me wrong. But I just think that you have to compare apples to apples. Mm-hmm. And, if you're putting up, these athletes are hundreds of shots a day with one kind of ball, but then all of a sudden you got to switch to something else. It just doesn't make sense like that. They just use the ball that they normally use. Not that deep.
But it becomes deep for a lot of people.
Yeah,
I agree with you. I definitely agree with you. You use the ball that you play with as a professional, and that's the ball you should shoot with. Agreed, 100%. But that would be, bro. I think that would be one of those. Not even revive the All-Star game, because I told you, right? I'm done watching it. I'm not watching it anymore. I'm so disgusted by what happened last year. I have chose to boycott it.
You're gonna end our routine.
And that's thanks to the NBA.
Wow.
I'm not watching that nonsense that I watched. Whereas in Punjabi we say I'm not watching that bakwas, that BS.
But bro, you come over. We watched the All-Star game together, man. You're gonna end that streak on me?
Do we really watch it though? But it's so boring.
Yeah, we just get together. We have our eyes on it.
Yeah, but we're so tuned out because it's not interesting. It's just nonsense.
But it still brings us together. I'd
rather watch our boys go play together before I watch nonsense.
It still brings us together as bros on that Saturday night. We'll see.
So we can make another plan. Maybe go. Let's go do Top Golf. Let's go bowling.
But not if they have that 3-point shootout.
That's the day before though. I'm talking about the actual game on Sunday.
Oh no. I'm talking about Saturday night. Saturday
that's
night.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll watch that.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm not watching the Sunday game though.
I'm not worried about Sunday game.
Yeah.
I just wanted to make sure my boy was going to be there on Saturday.
No, we're going to do that. It's just the game on Sunday. That ain't happening. I can't do it.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah. I'm with you on that.
So
I was going to say, one other one for me personally, you talked about Wemby. So, we only have 3 televised games. 2 of them are coming against the Spurs.
Oh, great.
We play, December 19th. I think because they're trying to... I swear to God, I think that the script writers are trying to push the Trey and Wemby narrative, right? That we're going to trade Trey over to them and he's just going to throw lobs to Wemby all the time. So they're like, okay, you know what would be funny is even though Trey has denied that, talking about wanting to be a Hawk for life and blah, 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 let's go ahead and schedule them to play each other on national TV twice in the season. So
what's the other game?
I forget who the third game is. It's another big team, but the other 2 are San Antonio. So December 19th.
Wow.
So I was wrong about the Wizards game. February 5th is when they play San Antonio. So that Wizards game is sometime in February when they're going to be here in DC.
Okay.
But no, I mean, I'm still looking forward to those games just because they are nationally televised. And I mean, like you said, with the alien that Wemby is and what he's become and then what he was showing in the Olympics. And then I want to see if we have enough athletes around us to, be able to try to neutralize that and compete in a game. It'll definitely be very interesting. I want to see Trey drive on Wemby, and I just want to see what they do.
No, I want to see Trey launch one deep with Wemby trying to block it.
Or Trey trying to hit one of his floaters.
Got to put some arc on that boy.
I mean, he does.
He does. You're right. That would be interesting to get them on an island together, right? Put them on an island, 1-on-1, mano, 1-4 flat. Go figure it out, Trey.
Yeah,
that'd be fun. So you know what? Because you said that, and I've been feeling this for a long time, and I'm sure a lot of NBA fans will love them, and I don't ever see it happening. The NBA, imagine if they do a 1v1 tournament of this type of like matchups. Can you imagine how amazing? Like that would break the internet. Like that would,
for sure.
Talk about watching, like your viewership goes way up.
Oh yeah.
How amazing would those matchups be? And you do the bracket style 1v1, work your way in, right? And play for the grand prize.
Yeah, no, that would be dope. But I don't see them doing it because of the fear of injury.
Fear of injury, and then also like, your brand could get hurt and so forth. And
wear and tear, mileage on the body.
Yeah. I think the players would actually love it. And I think it's the business behind it that wouldn't support it.
Yeah, but then they'd be looking to load manage the rest of the week. So
Correct. So there's all those other factors that you could possibly run into. But I was just thinking like that would be an amazing idea. That would probably be like
I think one of the other storylines that I'm looking forward to is it obviously is going to center around LeBron, but like we kind of touched on it, but didn't. Like the window's closing tight. Like,
right.
Let's be honest about it. I mean, LeBron's still playing at a ridiculously high level, unlike anything we've ever seen at anybody who's ever hit the number of years in the league and age that he's at. It's unprecedented what he's doing.
Right.
But can he win another championship? Like realistically, can he lead a team again to another champion? Like, can he will this team to a championship?
That's a big ask.
That's what I want to see. Like, or is it going to be like last year?
I don't know. I guess we'll find out.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's a storyline that I'm looking forward to. What happens with the Celtics? Because Jalen's been in his feelings about he was originally about the Team USA thing, but then none of his guys played. So, like, are they all going to be fresh for a repeat? Do Luka and Kyrie go back, or does somebody else come out of the West? Is it Ant's time? Who's going to come out the East besides Boston? Because are Dame and Giannis enough? I mean, there's a lot of – is PG enough to get Philly over the hump, over Boston? I mean, there's a lot of outstanding questions and storylines.
Is Russell Westbrook's inclusion in Denver going to be helpful?
Look, I love Russ.
Hey, man.
No, I put him on my on one of those last lists that we did. Yeah, like he was one of my guys that I drafted. But like
the crossover athletes.
At the end of the day, it's hasn't been working. And again, every athlete hits that wall eventually, right? It's inevitable.
Well, Braun hasn't.
Well, when the winning slows down, even if you're putting up points, are they empty calories?
Good point. I guess we'll find out. Can Braun give Bronny a chip?
I mean, would he be like the first person who won a chip when he was sleeping with his teammate's wife?
Wow.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Wow.
That's what I've seen.
Teammate's wife, his son's mom. Come on, man.
I mean,
don't do that.
It is funny when people throw that out there. It's just like, come on. But no, I mean, that's dope for them. And honestly, I think he's going to hang on for Bryce too. So
no, I agree. But they did ask him about the next Olympics, and he's like, I don't know, man. Like, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So yeah, between him, Steph, and KD, they all didn't commit, right? Obviously, it's very premature. But think about it; it'd be a lot older by then. So is it?
I can see
that's 44 years of Braun, though, man. 44.
I can see KD and Steph going back. Braun would. That would be crazy.
It would be crazy, but we'll see.
We shall see. There's a lot of storylines, a lot of interesting matchups, but again, like we kind of hit the same thing that we hit every year. there's going to be pockets of times where things are interesting, and then other pockets of time where it's like, man, this season drags because there's just too many games, man. There's too many games. So,
well, let's see what happens. So
we'll see what happens. Yes, sir.
This is fun. I appreciate you sharing your 2 cents with me. So thank you.
That's all I'm giving you. I can't give you a 3rd cent. Not for free.
I got you, man. I got you. But we'll pick up next time. Thank you all for joining us. At Think RBA. That's it. Deuces.
Peace.
Deuces.
Deuces.
Peace.